What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and now that Molly Hayes has all of her abilities unlocked, it's time to beat down some opponents in PvP. So the first team to step up is going to be Null and Groot. I'd say our turn order is pretty good, and that's a very important part to this team. So first of all, with our agent, we're going to use the Neuropurge, and that is a quick action. This will place off balance on the enemies, and that'll stop that preemptive counter. Then after that, we're going to use the Mark of the Brotherhood, that way we can give Molly Hayes Rally. Rally is going to cause her Raspberry to be a quick action, and that way she can use Temper Tantrum in the same turn. And finally, we're going to use the Dragon's Foot to hit Groot. Then of course Null uses You're Not Worthy, but like I said, he shouldn't get any preemptive counters. Next he attacks our agent with Ragnarok'em Sock'em. Then right after Molly uses Raspberry, she gets to use Temper Tantrum as well. And believe it or not, at this point the match is over. We're now going to get almost unlimited attacks, or at least until we run out of stamina. First we're going to use the Let's Play Catch. Typically that's a good starter because it's going to place incapacitation on the entire enemy team. And then her big hitting level 2 has Exploit Stun. However, in this match I believe these opponents aren't going to be affected by incapacitation, but still it's a good habit to get into. So just like that, Groot's dropped into cutting form, and now we can start on the other two enemies. We will target Null, that way the agent steps up to protect, and even though we should be able to finish off the entire enemy team, the safe route is to take him out first. It's mainly because he's the biggest threat, and also because he's next in the turn order. By the way, you will see I'm using the Cosmic Cardinal and Mental Coordination, but really all you need is Molly, as evident by a 35,000 damage wind-up punch. I seriously can't wait to see that in normal PvP. By that I mean non-level cap. And next we're going to wind up punch finish Null, and you know what, I don't want Groot to feel left out. After all, we do have stamina to spare. So the first team to step up gets knocked down. Next, Molly Hayes is going to be facing a team of Beast and Red Hulk. This time she's going to be going first, so I guess we'll go ahead and start out with the Let's Play Catch. I figure at the very least we will intimidate the enemies, reducing attack, accuracy, and evasion, and then also maybe incapacitation will kick in. And with this, I guess we know the enemies will make it to the second round. By the way, who else loves seeing Molly Hayes throw the battle van? If you do, go ahead and give a thumbs up for Princess Powerful. Next, it looks like Red Hulk is going to use a Gamma Bomb, so that is kind of a worst case scenario. Hopefully my agent isn't exhausted. And he's not, so we can use the Neuropurge as well as the Mark of the Brotherhood. After this, I also have to hope the enemy doesn't use the Blackest Void. That one's going to be more of a long shot because they usually always use that first round. Also in this battle, I was messing around with the Scrapper costume, so we didn't get a quick action Mark of the Brotherhood. But hey, the enemy agent was actually stunned, so incapacitation came through. Then with Psylocke, we'll go ahead and hit Red Hulk with her level 1 Telekinetic Katana. This really doesn't matter all that much because Molly Hayes is about to go to work. If you get the right turn order, she is unbelievable on offense. And that's against just about any enemy team. I will say that bleed does hurt her. Also, I've heard bad things about her on defense, and I wouldn't trust her there myself. But once again, after using Raspberry, we can also use Temper Tantrum, and then we can unleash all of our devastating attacks. We'll start out with another Let's Play Catch, and then we'll start setting up the enemies with a dropkick. I will say this, even though you get a lot of stamina in PvP, I did socket Molly with some as well. That's something that you can gauge for yourselves. If Molly runs out before she finishes off the entire enemy team, then maybe you should consider adding some. That's about the only thing I would say regarding that. So, I do have a feeling that Red Hulk is going to Meltdown, but hopefully we can take him out really soon. Okay, and this time we do get a Cosmic Cardinal proc, but it misses. And unfortunately, there goes Red Hulk with his Meltdown. The good news is we really don't have to worry about him now, and Psylocke knocks him out anyways, so we'll just go ahead and continue by setting up the enemies with dropkicks. Then of course a wind-up punch for their agent, followed by a Cosmic Cardinal, and then we'll go ahead and start on Beast. We're always going to start with that dropkick. Unfortunately, our damage isn't killing it right now. But once again, we do get a Cosmic Cardinal proc, but it misses. Next, here comes our level 2 on the Horseman of Pestilence. And it would have done enough damage to one-shot him even at full health. 2 more hits and the second battle is going to be in the books. But I do want to tell you that next is going to be our toughest battle of the video, and we actually come close to losing. So let's go ahead and take a look as that one plays out. Alright, so in this one it seems like it starts well. We have very good turn order, and right away we get to use the Neuropurge, followed by the Mark of the Brotherhood. The only bad thing is the enemy agent does go next, but still we get to do everything without a hitch, and of course we place off balance on all the opponents. So far it's going perfectly, and I felt like I was going to win this one very easily. The only thing left to do is to attack with the Dragon's Foot, and it does a solid hit but no follow-up. After that it looks like Beast is going to grant the team Epiphany. This means their next attack will be a guaranteed crit. And then the enemy agent's going to start by using the Signpost. So of course he's going to gain back all the health he lost. After this he's going to use Party Time. That's one of those AI waste of time moves. And then Psylocke hits him with the Psy Bolts. That's usually a bad sign, and of course he's going to unleash the Hotshot. It does a huge amount of damage, and just like that, Psylocke's really hurt and couldn't even take her turn. Then it got even more shocking because Beast finishes off my agent in one attack. At this point the only hope I had was Princess Powerful, Molly Hayes herself. And after using Raspberry we also get to use Temper Tantrum because of Rally, which means we can begin by playing catch. This ought to soften up the opponents a little bit, but I also want to point out that Molly does have ISO Contagion. Well, at this point it's full on Outbreak. Still, we're going to do our best by starting with a dropkick, and then let's try to knock out this enemy agent with a wind-up punch. Now imagine that, a weakened Molly Hayes still doing one-shot type of damage. Unfortunately, Satana does dodge our first dropkick, so if at first you don't succeed, try again. This time we did land it, so next up are level 2. I'm hoping we get similar results to what we did with their agent. And even though it wasn't a crit, it still is a knockout. So last but not least, we start with the dropkick on Beast. Oh, and Psylocke decides to join in for once. And here goes nothing, a 26,000 damage finish. That's how our third match ends, and that's also going to bring us to the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, good luck, and take care.